Has this ever happened to you? You get a nice new fancy asset from Fab. Here we have an axe. I want to use it on my character. So I add a static mesh, I add a socket, and I add it to my normal weapon socket that works at every other weapon. But on this one, it doesn't work. It floats to the side. Well, I'm going to show you the fix without leaving Unreal. So the issue is the pivot point. We can see here the pivot point on this axe isn't actually on the handle. So we're going to go to selection mode. We're going to go to modeling, X-form, and edit pivot. I'm just going to shift that up just there. Click accept. Click bake. And then we're going to press play. And look at that. Our axe is actually in our hand. Beautiful. So now it is where I want it to be. The other thing is if I wanted this to form some sort of trap and sort of spin round or rotate in the air, I can move the pivot to the end, and then that would be where it rotates. And if I click play now, it will also move my character's hand of where the axe is as well. So wherever the pivot point is, that's where your hand will normally be on the weapon. Now you can adjust this inside the skeleton and inside the sockets and mess with it as much as you like. But when you add another weapon, that will also use the same thing. So it's better to have your pivot points all in sort of a uniform location and adjusting them on the weapon itself. So put it here. So now if I had a sword, I'd have it on the handle, and I can just use one socket, one version of the truth, and hold all of my weapons in the same place. Then it'll look something like this. We've got our axe pivot point set up properly, with the proper rotation, and we've mirrored that with our sword, and both pivot points are set up in the place that I would want to hold them. And we're only using one socket for both weapons, and we're just changing the mesh as we need to.